No matter how you slice it, it all comes down to productivity. Productivity from your machines, being able to push more material than ever before. Productivity from your operators, keeping them comfortable by reducing fatigue and stress. Productivity from better serviceability and reliability, with less downtime for routine maintenance. Productivity, what Champion's Series 4 motor graders are all about. In early 1992, at the beginning of the Series 4 project, Champion interviewed over 400 owners and operators of all brands of graders to find out what they really wanted and needed in a motor grader. When we analyzed what they told us, we discovered that no matter what brand of motor grader they had, basic productivity was the single most important issue. In the next few minutes, you will see how Champion Series 4 sets a new standard in motor grader productivity. Our surveys told us operators expect two things from a hydraulic system. It has to have constant speed and response, and in fine grading situations, the hydraulics must be predictable. To provide operators with what they need in fine grading applications, Champion Series 4 motor graders feature a closed-center variable flow system. At the heart of the system is a load-sensing gear pump. The closed-center feature allows the operator to use more than one lever at a time and provides near constant implement speed regardless of either high or low RPM. The result? The hydraulics respond exactly the way the operator expects them to. He doesn't have to relearn how to operate the controls. Simply stated, they are fast and predictable, and the operator has complete control over feathering of each function. Key features in fine-grade applications. The owner wants a hydraulic system that is easy to maintain. He doesn't want to worry about downtime and the expense associated with maintaining and repairing piston pump-based hydraulic systems. The old adage, time is money, is never truer than today. Champion's Series 4 hydraulic system uses a high-efficiency load-sensing gear pump. It's a well-known fact that gear pumps tolerate fluid contamination. They perform better in cold weather, and they are easier to service than piston pump designs. Champion's LoadSense gear pumps incorporate cast iron end covers and center housing and a one-piece gear and shaft assembly. This Series 4 design ensures reliability and a service life that exceeds the competition piston pumps. Solid reasons why more off-highway construction vehicles use gear pumps over piston pumps by a factor of almost 2 to 1 for main implement hydraulics. Series 4 hydraulics. Fast and predictable. What operators are used to. Longer service life and improved productivity. As soon as you climb into a Champion Series 4, you realize it's a better place to work. A comfortable environment that is roomy and easy to work in all day long. Essential elements for productivity. From the standard full height to the optional low profile cab, you get the features you need to get the job done. At only 82 dBA, Champion's enclosed cabs are the quietest of all major grader manufacturers. Series 4's short throw, low effort control levers are positioned in the industry's accepted arrangement. This arrangement is familiar to operators, so they are immediately productive. No learning curve here. When we talked to operators about the cab, they told us they wanted the gauges inside and up front where they could read them. They wanted a 3-level electronic monitoring system to keep on top of the grader's status. They wanted a movable pedestal with a tiltable head that's easy to adjust to a comfortable position. And for easy nighttime operation, a side console that's easy to reach and contains backlit auxiliary switches. Champion's cab, already considered the best in the industry, has been refined to provide the best environment possible, so the operator isn't as tired after a long day. The Series 4 cab, a familiar control arrangement, gauges and switches conveniently located. Simply a better place to work for enhanced productivity. By lining up the front window crossbar with the front axle and the contoured high lift arms, Series 4 maximizes the operator's view to the ground. Better visibility is the result of fewer obstructions to block the operator's view. The front glass is sloped, not just to reduce glare and dust accumulation, but to enhance visibility. The cab glass extends all the way to the floor to improve the operator's view to the mold board. The most dramatic improvement over the competition are the sight lines directly in front of the grader. Series 4's lower and narrower nose plate lets the operator see manhole covers and curving grade stakes much closer to the grader than any other brand of motor grader. This means the operator can judge the object better in order to make the necessary blade adjustments. Many operations require almost as much time backing up as they do grading forward, so rear visibility is an important safety consideration. Series 4's sloped rear cowl and the underhood muffler and air cleaner allow better rearward vision than any other make. Series 4's visibility, 360 degrees, to grade stakes and directly in front and behind. Productivity features operators expect in a cab. When Champion set out to develop the Series 4 blade lift system, we quickly realized that in certain applications, the design of the blade lift was more than a numbers game. More than how far can it reach, and will it do a 90-90? While reach outside tires is very important, so is being able to cut a 2-to-1 bank slope while keeping the blade outside the tires. And being able to cut the front slope of a ditch without removing the corner of the shoulder. Champion's optional movable blade control system can perform all of these operations, and even some the competition can't. But what's more important, the wider apart the cylinders are at the drawbar, the more stable the grader is in any operation, from fine grading to bank sloping. So Champion made them the widest in the industry. As well, we designed the side shift cylinder so that it's closer to horizontal in the grading position than any other brand's lift system. This allows the operator to maintain grade more easily. Put these two features together, and that makes Champion's movable blade control system the best in the industry. And repositioning the blade is fast and easy, because the procedure is common to the industry. From the hydraulically operated latch pin, made from non-corrosive stainless steel, to the large diameter pivot pins with replaceable bearings, Champion's Series 4 high lift maintains tight blading tolerances even after high-hour usage. The Series 4 movable blade lift system provides all the mobilities on the most stable platform in the industry. It has better visibility, and it improves grade control.
The visibility is good, so when you're in the turn, you can actually see across the front tires and see the stakes, and when you're grading for curb and gutter.
Operators need a grader that can follow a curb line precisely and can turn around easily. But most important, they want a front axle that requires low maintenance and has few moving parts so it won't become a hassle down the road. A Champion can pull an 80-foot cul-de-sac and then some without articulation. Champion's front axle provides a full 72 degrees of steering arc. It has 2 steering cylinders and direct acting linkage with fewer moving parts for low maintenance. Twin hydraulic wheel lean cylinders are straddle mounted to handle the stress of heavy ditching and bank sloping operations. Factor in 22 degrees of articulation angle that further reduces the turning radius and improves the grader's mobility. And we've still got the longest wheelbase model for the most stable grading platform in the industry. Champion has improved the Series 4's overall mobility by designing a new low-maintenance front axle with a tighter turning radius.
If you'll really look at the Champion, the size of the pins and the front ends and the steering degrees in it is far greater than what they've ever had, and will perform and do the things that you want and last a lot longer.
Those 5 areas of the grader, the hydraulic controls, the cab, the visibility, the blade mobility, and the mobility of the grader itself. Those were the main productivity concerns of the operators and owners of all brands of motor graders that we talked to back at the beginning of the Series 4 development. We took care of those concerns, but we also did some other things to make the Series 4 more operator-friendly and more productive. Things like providing the lunchbox holder that takes the cup from the thermos, the foot paddle door release, and the easy-to-use inside release, the coat hook with the tie-back strap, the sliding side windows that allow fresh air in but keep noise and dust out, the transmission controller that permits direction changes from any gear. The controller's Smart Shift feature allows the operator to customize shift patterns to the job at hand, like when a contractor grades a parking lot and wants to back up as fast as he can. With Smart Shift, he can automatically select and recall a higher reverse gear to reduce his cycle time. Our exclusive pedestal design keeps the hydraulic hoses and steering valve outside the cab. This eliminates noise and heat and the potential for leaks inside the cab. Routine maintenance is easier too on Series 4, with longer service intervals for greasing and fluid changes and better access to the filters. Champion's exclusive circle drive system allows the operator to turn and hold whatever he can push, and it's all protected by an overload cushion valve as standard equipment. Champion's Duramide-faced clamp and guide shoes eliminate metal-to-metal contact and provide longer service life and less maintenance than metallic systems.
The circle setup in the Champion grader, at this point we're showing about 1,600 hours on one without any adjustment. And with the other brand that we were running, depending on the material, anywhere from 200 to 500 hours, it was costing us somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,200 in parts to adjust them out.
And it's very common to have over 5,000 hours on a grader before the Duramide bearings need replacement. And when they do, replacement costs are approximately the same as metallic systems used by the competition. To help the environment, Champion now uses HFC 134A, a non-CFC refrigerant in all air conditioning systems. And when working in residential areas, the backup alarm volume is self-adjusting, depending on the surrounding noise level. That makes Series 4 a good neighbor as well. Attention to detail, the important advantage of Series 4.
I'm Kenneth Autry. We're from Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're just a small grading contractor. We do some utility work. We work basically 60 people. We're running 4 motor graders in our operation. We're running 3 cats and 1 Champion. I feel like we'll get equal or better value for a lot less cost to us, and makes our job easier to compete in the bid market that we have to compete with today. Champion and his people were willing to sit down and take a look at it and try to build something that was usable for the contractor.
Champion's Series 4 line of motor graders, with standard features like job-matched Cummins engines, operator-controlled lock-unlock differential final drives, 4-wheel wet disc brakes with reserve power assist, and full perimeter rear frames with first owner lifetime frame warranties, and the attention to detail of what owners and operators want. 16 models, designed with the features that contractors require, while at the same time retaining the basic productivity and low operating costs that has made Champion a leader in the motor grader industry.
In my opinion, as a contractor, as an operator, and as a person that has to sign the checks to pay for these things, you really ought to take time and take a good look at it. I think it'll save you money in the end.